Hello, family and friends. I hope all is well. I hope your weekend is going good. All right, let's get right into it. Am I on the side? Whose side am I on? Well, I guess long story short, spoiler alert, I don't have a side. I'm not on no one's side. And that's because in war, no one wins. We think, governments win, we think the militaries win, but who actually wins? The oligarchs of the countries, they definitely win. The defense contractors, they definitely win. So those are the winners, uh, aka the filth. So how do we kind of break this down? Because we like to say, well, someone has to be wrong, right? Someone has to be wrong. Someone has to be the oppressor. Well, in some cases that's true. In some cases that is true, but not in all cases. Some cases are really complicated, and I hate that word when talking about stuff. But in this case, since we don't have a lot of information, it is complicated. So, as you guys know or don't know, that Russia, since the Cold War, told NATO, get off of our doorstep, stay away from our borders. NATO was like, okay, fine. But NATO over the decades kept on getting closer and not listening, right? And voila, here we go. But let's just look at what Putin specifically said. So, because I want to know why he invaded Ukraine, right? Why did he invade Ukraine? Because people say since he invaded, he's automatically wrong. Well, not necessarily. Do you know the actual reason why he invaded? If your country was in danger, you're the president, wouldn't you invade another country? But once again, we don't have all the facts. I'm not in the Kremlin talking to him. So I don't know. So we can only go off what he says. So if we look at this article right here, let me go down further. Actually, let me go up real quick. Actually, let me go down. Let me pick out this paragraph right here. Putin on Wednesday, well, these are old articles, by the way. Putin on Wednesday said the tragedy of life for the people in Donbass region of eastern Ukraine prompted his decision to invade that country, and he vowed to return life there to normal. So once again, if you guys didn't know, what was it? 2014, there was a coup in Ukraine. The Russian puppet got thrown out. The NATO Western puppet got put in, and so everyone in the eastern provinces of Ukraine, they're more pro-Russian, and so a bunch of separatists were like, "Yeah, we don't recognize this government because you guys had a coup, so we're our own thing." And so the Ukrainian government and military been trying to pretty much get that eastern area under control, right? That's the Donbass region. Militarily, they've been trying to get it under control. But the separatists, they're getting their firepower from Russia. Obviously, Russia's denying it. Oh, we don't give them weapons, but we send volunteers over there. Okay, whatever. Same difference, right? So, so pretty much that. At least what Putin is saying, he said there's a tragedy of life for the people in the Donbass region. So apparently, the Ukrainian military is overstepping their bounds, and they're apparently committing genocide. We'll look at this other article, and this article is the Washington Post. Like I said, I just try to get mainstream sources so no one starts crying. Even if you, yeah, I just don't want people crying. So he's saying that it's a tragedy of life for the people there. And if we go to this next article right here, Putin, I'm not sure if this was the same speech or a different speech, but he says that he claims Kiev has been carrying out a genocide against the Russian-speaking population of Donetsk and Luhansk, right? That's the Donbass region, where the Ukrainian army has been fighting Russia-backed separatists since 2014. So, and the conflict that erupted after the rebels seized parts of Donbass and self-declared the Donetsk and Luhansk People's Republic killed about 14,000 people. Okay, so just because 14,000 people were killed doesn't necessarily mean that's a genocide, right? and I have my phone right here. I just kind of want to, I didn't put it on the computer. Sorry, guys. What is a genocide? The deliberate killing of a large number of people from a particular nation or ethnic group with the aim of destroying that nation or group. So, I haven't seen any proof of a genocide there. You have to think about it. This has been going on for 8 years. So, to me, it's kind of weird how it's like, what, just now you had enough of the genocide over these 8 years? Did the genocide just happen? Because he claims Kiev has been carrying out. So they've been doing it. What happened? What happened to never again? Right after the Holocaust, right? So if there's a genocide happening, wouldn't you want to step in right away? So that's one thing I don't understand about his claims about genocide. So you just let the genocide happen for 8 years. You're trying to negotiate. If I was the president of a country, there's genocide going against I would say people that he kind of claims them, right? Russia, the Russian lane, he kind of like claims them, even though they're, technically Ukrainian, right? It's a very weird dynamic they have going on in that area of the world. But still, Putin claims them as his, and actually, I just thought about it. When there was that separation, right? When the separatists and the Ukrainians, when they had that split, Russia was actually issuing these guys in the Donbass region Russian passports. So technically that would make them a citizen if you have a passport. I could be wrong, someone fact check me, but if you have a passport, you're the citizen of that country. So technically that would check out. If there's a genocide against his people, even though they live in Ukraine, they have Russian passports, makes them Russian citizens. Russian passports, Russian citizens. So you got to defend your people, right? But once again, just because I haven't seen the proof doesn't mean it hasn't happened. So I haven't really seen substantial proof that the Ukrainian military has been just discriminately killing a bunch of Ukrainians in the Donbass region. I haven't seen that at all. If you guys have, please send me links. I'm more than happy to check it out. I just haven't seen it. And the other thing that Vladimir Putin was saying is that he's trying to demilitarize and denazify the Ukraine government. So we definitely know that Ukraine been wanting flirting with NATO and trying to get into NATO, and we already know that they've been sending weapons to Ukraine. I mean, that's my speculation. So fact check me. That's my speculation. But you can't tell me this whole time after the NATO Western coup that they haven't been sending weapons over there to boost up their military because Russia's on their doorstep. Come on, let's use common sense, people, right? So we know they've been getting arms, and it's actually fact. It's fact. Before the war, Biden was sending them weapons, and even under Trump, he was sending them weapons. I wish I had articles to show you guys. Maybe someone remind me of the next video. Maybe I can show you guys that because I like to show you guys proof. But just look it up. Biden and Trump sent weapons pre-war, which is that's being provocative. He said, "Get away from my border, and you're bringing weapons in." And he said denazification. Now this part, everyone's like, really, dude? World War II's over. All the Nazis are gone. Yes, but no, right? There's always going to be Nazis. But is it going to be a whole Nazi regime like the Third Reich or they're making it seem like a Fourth Reich is coming? No, it's not that serious. But do they have a lot of pull in the Ukrainian government? They do. Is the president sympathetic to them? Yes. Are the oligarchs sympathetic to the Nazis in Ukraine? Yes. And if you guys didn't know, that the commander of the Azov battalion, as you guys may not know, there's a whole battalion of Nazis in the Ukrainian military. They are officially part of the Ukrainian military. They are full-blown Nazis. It's a Nazi battalion. It's insane. So we're giving weapons to Nazis. We're supporting Nazis. Okay, whatever. That's just one battalion. So, but my point is, I lost my train of thought. Okay, yeah, so the Azov battalion. But guess what, though? Guess what? The president of Ukraine gave the commander of that Azov battalion, the Nazi battalion, the Hero of Ukraine. That is the highest award in the country. He gave that to the commander of a Nazi battalion in the Ukrainian military. And the president is a Jew. This is cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, people. This is crazy. This is crazy. So I'm guessing that's what Mr. Vladimir Putin is talking about when he talks about Nazification, because obviously you have the president even endorsing these Nazis. So if the president is endorsing, he's all in. The president of Ukraine is Zelensky. He's all in. And so, from Russia's standpoint, I understand. If there was a legit genocide going on, then I can understand where he's coming from. Because for me, I'm a firm believer in never again. So it pisses me off that we haven't done nothing in North Korea, right? That's really, really aggravating me. We haven't done nothing to China. There's genocides going on, and we're not doing nothing. My policy, I'm kind of going on a side tangent, guys, but my policy would be, there would be, like, after World War II, there would have been a world pact. Pretty much any country that commits genocide after this, the whole world, the whole UN will gang upon you militarily, and we will take over your country. Do you think any genocide will be happening after that? Most likely not. But anyways, so if the genocide claims are true, I can understand why Putin went in. But at the same time, let's look from the Ukrainian perspective. You just invaded a country, bro. Mr. Putin, you just invaded a country. Of course they're going to fight back. And I don't blame them. I agree with them. If someone invades your country, you fight back. And if there was a genocide, most of the people don't know it's a genocide. All they see is Russia invading, right? And the Ukrainians have a very, very bad history of Russia, as we know. Even though Russia is technically the birthplace of Russia, if you kind of think about it. Guess what? The most recent memory of the Russians was Stalin, right? And what did Stalin do? He starved about 1 million of them. I think over 1 million Ukrainians to death. Just horrible crimes against the Ukrainians. So they haven't forgot about that. There are people still alive who witnessed that horror because of Stalin and the Russians. So that doesn't mean the Russian people of today should be blamed, right? But that, what do you expect them to think? You invaded our country. We don't know why. Is this a Stalin 2.0? That's what those people are thinking. So I don't blame them for defending their country. I don't blame them at all. So from that perspective, I understand. And Zelensky, he doesn't want to. He cares for his country. He doesn't want a Russian. First of all, he doesn't want to lose power, obviously, but he doesn't want a Russian puppet in either. So that's another thing. They don't want a Russian puppet. So both sides have legit beefs. Both sides have legit beefs, right? So that's why I can't take a side. They both have legit beefs. And at least on the Russian side, I cannot confirm or deny the whole genocide thing. Because to me, if the genocide thing is true, then it's not that it's not about me taking sides, but I tend to think that the Russians have a little bit more credibility. If the genocide thing, because like I said, I don't play with that genocide stuff, bro. I don't play with it. It's not cool. I hate that freaking it's just one of the most evil things humans could do. And I don't care if the whole world gains up on a country. We cannot be allowing that stuff to happen, which it goes on every day. So, long story short, guys, at the end of the day, the people suffer, right? No one wins. The people suffer. And the people who do win is oligarchs and the defense contractors. So, that's all I got. No sides for me. I'm going to pray that this war is over soon. Both have legit beefs. Can't confirm the genocide stuff, but yeah, there's no sides with me, man. I just want it to end. You guys stay safe. You guys you guys subscribe. You guys donate. Hook your boy up. Inshallah, God willing, I'll see you guys on the next episode. Assalamu alaikum, rahmatullah wa barakatuh.